In the gentle twilight between waking and dreaming, where consciousness softly dissolves into the peaceful embrace of sleep, let us drift together through the vast and wondrous world of Pokémon, where countless mysteries await in the quiet corners of this beloved universe. As your breathing deepens and your mind begins to release the tensions of the day, allow these gentle whispers of knowledge to carry you into tranquil slumber. Deep within the coding of the original Pokemon Red and Blue games, there exists of knowledge to carry you into tranquil slumber. Deep within the coding of the original Pokemon Red and Blue games, there exists a peculiar glitch that transforms the humble Missingno into something far more extraordinary than its creators ever intended. When encountered through specific sequences of actions involving the Old Man in Viridian City and the coastline of Cinnabar Island, this digital anomaly possesses the remarkable ability to duplicate the sixth item in your bag, multiplying rare candies and master balls as if by some ancient, forgotten magic. The programmers never meant for this glitch to exist, yet it emerged from the complex interplay of memory addresses and data overflow, a beautiful accident born from the limitations of the Game Boy's modest processing power. The soft, melodic cry of Jigglypuff carries within it frequencies that resonate at precisely the wavelength most conducive to inducing drowsiness in both humans and Pokemon alike. Scientists within the Pokemon world have studied this phenomenon extensively, discovering that Jigglypuff's vocal cords contain specialized cells that vibrate at 432 Hz, a frequency that naturally synchronizes with the brain's alpha waves during the transition to sleep. This same frequency appears in the purring of certain cat Pokemon like Meowth and Persian, suggesting an evolutionary adaptation that promotes rest and healing within their communities. Beneath the bustling streets of Celadon City lies an intricate network of underground tunnels originally designed by the city's founders to transport water from natural springs to the massive department store's rooftop garden. These tunnels, now largely forgotten and sealed from public access, once housed a thriving ecosystem of ground and rock-type Pokemon who made their homes in the cool, damp corridors. The echoing footsteps of Diglett families could be heard late into the night as they carved new pathways through the soft earth, their gentle scraping sounds creating a natural lullaby for the city's residents above. In the ancient libraries of Canalov City, dusty tomes speak of a time when Alakazam possessed not 3 spoons, but 5, each one representing a different aspect of psychic mastery. According to these weathered texts, the additional spoons were gradually abandoned over centuries as Alakazam learned to focus their immense mental powers more efficiently. The discarded spoons, legends say, were buried in sacred groves where they slowly transformed into the psychic-type berries that modern trainers use to enhance their Pokemon's mental abilities. These berries retain traces of that ancient psychic energy, glowing faintly under the light of a full moon. The peculiar relationship between Slowpoke and Shellder represents one of nature's most fascinating examples of symbiotic evolution. When a Shellder attaches to a Slowpoke's tail, both creatures undergo a remarkable transformation that affects not only their physical forms, but their very consciousness. The Shellder's simple nervous system becomes integrated with Slowpoke's more complex brain, creating a hybrid intelligence that thinks in ways neither creature could achieve alone. This merged consciousness experiences time differently, perceiving moments as extended experiences, rich with sensory detail that would overwhelm a single mind. Hidden within the genetic code of every Ditto lies a fascinating anomaly that has puzzled researchers for generations. Despite their ability to transform into any Pokemon they observe, Ditto cannot perfectly replicate the eye structure of their target, always retaining their characteristic dot-like pupils. This limitation stems from a fundamental aspect of their cellular structure where the specialized cells responsible for shapeshifting cannot alter the basic neural pathways that control vision. Consequently, experienced trainers can always identify a transformed Ditto by looking carefully into their eyes, where the gentle, curious intelligence of the original creature always shines through. The mysterious ruins scattered throughout the Unova region contain inscriptions that reference Pokemon species unknown to modern science. These ancient texts, carved in stone by civilizations lost to time, describe creatures with abilities that seem impossible by today's understanding of Pokemon biology. One particularly intriguing passage speaks of a Pokemon that could reverse the flow of time within small areas, allowing wilted flowers to bloom again and helping injured Pokemon heal by experiencing their wounds in reverse. Archaeologists theorize that these may be ancestral forms of modern psychic types, possessing powers that have since been lost to evolution. Within the deepest chambers of Metsilver, where the air grows thin and the temperature drops to near freezing, there exists a unique microclimate that has remained unchanged for thousands of years. Here, ice-type Pokemon have developed behaviors and characteristics found nowhere else in the world. The Articuno that occasionally roost in these heights have feathers that shimmer with an otherworldly blue luminescence, created by microscopic ice crystals that form naturally in their plumage. These crystals reflect starlight in patterns that seem to mirror the constellations above, creating a living map of the night sky that guides other flying types during their nocturnal migrations. The gentle humming sound produced by Magnezone serves a purpose far beyond simple communication. This low-frequency vibration, barely audible to human ears, helps to regulate the magnetic fields of other electric and steel-type Pokemon in their vicinity. Wild Magnezone often position themselves at specific points in mountainous regions where natural magnetic anomalies occur, creating invisible networks of electromagnetic harmony that extend for miles in every direction. These magnetic highways allow electric-type Pokemon to travel vast distances while maintaining their energy levels, following paths of least resistance through the landscape. In the quiet hours before dawn, when the world rests in peaceful silence, Noctowl engage in a behavior that researchers have termed dream weaving. Using their extraordinary night vision and psychic sensitivity, these nocturnal Pokemon can perceive and gently influence the dreams of sleeping creatures within their territory. They do not intrude or manipulate, but rather serve as guardians of peaceful sleep, ensuring that nightmares are softened and pleasant dreams are allowed to flourish. This ancient instinct may explain why forests inhabited by Noctowl are known for their particularly restful atmosphere. The spiral patterns found on Poliwag's belly are not merely decorative markings, but serve as sophisticated sonar reflectors that help the young Pokemon navigate murky waters. Each spiral creates a unique acoustic signature when sound waves bounce off its surface, allowing Poliwag to identify obstacles, food sources, and potential threats even in complete darkness. As Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl and eventually Poliwrath, these spirals become more complex, developing into intricate patterns that can generate focused sound waves for both navigation and defense. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, where sunlight never penetrates and pressure would crush most surface dwellers, ancient Relicanth swim in slow, meditative circles around underwater mountain peaks. These living fossils carry within their cellular structure genetic memories that span millions of years, containing information about prehistoric ocean currents, extinct species, and geological changes that have shaped the world. When Relicanth dream, they sometimes access these genetic memories, experiencing visions of ancient seas filled with creatures that existed long before the first humans walked the earth. The soft, cottony spores released by Cottonee serve multiple purposes beyond simple reproduction. Each spore contains trace amounts of natural sedatives that help calm aggressive Pokémon and promote peaceful coexistence in their grassland habitats. When carried by gentle breezes, these spores can travel for hundreds of miles, spreading their calming influence across vast regions and creating corridors of tranquility where different Pokémon species can interact without fear or aggression. This natural peacekeeping mechanism has helped maintain ecological balance in many regions for countless generations. The crystalline formations that grow naturally on Carbink's body are not merely beautiful ornaments, but function as sophisticated atmospheric processors that slowly purify the air in their underground domains. Each crystal resonates at a specific frequency that breaks down harmful particles and neutralizes toxic gases, creating pockets of pristine air deep within cave systems. Over centuries, communities of Carbink working together have transformed entire underground networks into sanctuaries of pure atmosphere, where even the most pollution-sensitive Pokémon can thrive in perfect harmony with their environment. When Deerling changes its appearance with the seasons, the transformation extends far deeper than its visible coat and foliage. The very chemistry of its body adjusts to match the nutritional needs and energy patterns of each season, allowing it to extract maximum benefit from whatever food sources are available. During autumn, Deerling's metabolism slows and its body begins storing special enzymes that will help it process the limited vegetation of winter, while spring brings a surge of growth hormones that prepare it for the abundant energy of summer months. The haunting melodies produced by Kimiko serve as more than simple communication between individuals of their species. These ethereal sounds create standing wave patterns in the air that can influence the growth rate of certain plants and flowers. Gardens tended by Kimiko often display unusual beauty and vitality, with blooms that last longer and colors that appear more vibrant than those found elsewhere. The wind chimes that humans create are actually inspired by ancient observations of Kimiko's natural harmonics, though no artificial chime can fully replicate the complex overtones and healing frequencies of the genuine article. In the depths of primordial forests, where time seems to move more slowly, Celebi occasionally lives behind temporal echoes of significant moments in nature's history. These invisible imprints can only be perceived by Pokémon with strong psychic abilities or deep connections to the natural world. A particularly sensitive Alakazam might pause beside an ancient tree and suddenly experience a brief vision of the forest as it existed centuries ago, complete with the sights, sounds, and even scents of a bygone era preserved in Celebi's wake. The bioluminescent patterns that pulse gently along Lantern's body follow the same mathematical sequences found in nautilus shells and flower petals, suggesting a deep connection between this Pokémon and the fundamental structures of life itself. These patterns serve as a form of deep-sea Morse code, allowing Lantern to communicate complex information about ocean currents, food sources, and weather patterns to others of their kind across vast distances. The light they produce is so pure and steady that some coastal communities have learned to use lantern colonies as natural lighthouses, guiding ships safely through treacherous waters. Snorlax possesses an extraordinary ability to enter states of hibernation so deep that their life processes slow to barely measurable levels, allowing them to survive for months without food or water. During these extended rest periods, their bodies undergo a remarkable transformation where excess energy is converted into a special type of cellular repair mechanism that can heal old injuries and restore damaged tissue. This natural regeneration process may explain why Snorlax that have lived for many decades often appear remarkably healthy and show few signs of aging. The morning dew that collects on Bulbasaur's bulb contains concentrated nutrients and growth factors that can accelerate the development of nearby plant life. Farmers in certain regions have learned to collect this precious moisture during the early hours of dawn, using it to create powerful natural fertilizers that can transform barren soil into fertile ground. A single Bulbasaur's morning dew, carefully gathered over the course of a month, contains enough concentrated life energy to restore several acres of damaged farmland. Deep within the most remote mountain caves, ancient onyx have carved elaborate spiral tunnels that follow the natural ley lines of the Earth's magnetic field. These tunnels serve as amplification chambers for the planet's subtle energetic currents, creating networks of power that extend far beyond their physical boundaries. Psychic-type Pokémon often seek out these locations for meditation, as the concentrated earth energy helps them achieve deeper states of consciousness and enhanced spiritual awareness. The soft humming sound that emanates from Dunsparce as it burrows through the earth serves as a form of echolocation that allows it to navigate complex underground tunnel systems without ever becoming lost. This subsonic vibration also has the unexpected effect of encouraging earthworms and other beneficial soil organisms to multiply more rapidly, improving the overall health of the ecosystem above ground. Gardens located above Dunsparce tunnels often display exceptional fertility and resistance to plant diseases. When Skitty plays with balls of yarn or string, it is actually engaging in a sophisticated form of mathematical problem solving that exercises neural pathways associated with spatial reasoning and pattern recognition. The complex knots and tangles that result from their playful interactions follow principles of topology and three-dimensional geometry that would challenge even trained mathematicians. This natural affinity for spatial puzzles may explain why Skitty often displays such remarkable intelligence and adaptability in novel situations. The ice crystals, formed by Glacian's breath, contain microscopic structures that remain stable at temperatures well above normal melting points, creating a form of ice that can persist for weeks in moderate climates. This extraordinary ice has properties that make it valuable for preserving delicate organic materials and maintaining precise temperatures for scientific research. Ancient civilizations that coexisted with Glaceon developed sophisticated refrigeration techniques based on these special ice crystals, allowing them to preserve food and medicine with remarkable effectiveness. Slowpoke's seemingly vacant stare actually represents a state of profound meditative awareness, where the Pokemon's consciousness expands to perceive multiple layers of reality simultaneously. While appearing to be daydreaming or completely absent minded, Slowpoke are actually processing vast amounts of sensory information at a pace that allows for incredibly detailed analysis of their environment. This expanded awareness enables them to predict weather changes, sense approaching danger, and identify the emotional states of other Pokemon with uncanny accuracy. The tiny seeds that Hoppip releases into the wind currents carry genetic information from plants across vast geographical regions, serving as nature's own system for maintaining genetic diversity among plant populations. Each seed is coated with a special enzyme that helps it survive extreme temperature fluctuations and radiation exposure during its journey through the upper atmosphere. Some of these seeds have been found to remain viable after traveling thousands of miles and spending months in the stratosphere, carrying the potential for new life to the most remote corners of the world. The delicate membrane wings of Beautifully contain thousands of microscopic prisms that refract sunlight into specific wavelengths, creating patterns of colored light that serve as a complex communication system with other Beautifully across great distances. These light signals can convey information about nectar sources, weather patterns, and territorial boundaries with precision that rivals modern optical communication technology. The mathematical relationships governing these light patterns follow Fibonacci sequences and golden ratio proportions, creating displays of natural beauty that also serve as highly efficient information transmission systems. During certain atmospheric conditions, multiple Beautifully can synchronize their wing patterns to create collective light displays visible from several miles away, forming what researchers have termed living constellations in the sky. The crystalline formations that grow along Onyx's body segments actually function as sophisticated geological sensors capable of detecting mineral deposits, underground water sources, and seismic activity with remarkable precision. These natural crystals vibrate at specific frequencies when exposed to different types of rock and soil, creating a form of earth-based echolocation that allows Onyx to navigate through solid stone as easily as other Pokemon move through air. The harmonic resonances produced by these crystals can also influence the formation of cave systems. gradually shaping underground spaces into acoustically perfect chambers that amplify and purify sound. Ancient civilizations recognized this ability and often sought out onyx carved caves for use as temples and meditation spaces, believing the enhanced acoustics facilitated deeper spiritual experiences. When Psyduck experiences its characteristic headaches, the psychic pressure building within its mind creates subtle alterations in local electromagnetic fields that can affect the behavior of electronic devices and radio transmissions within a considerable radius. These electromagnetic fluctuations follow patterns that mirror brainwave activity, suggesting that Psyduck's mental processes operate on frequencies that bridge the gap between biological consciousness and electronic information systems. The intensity and duration of these electromagnetic pulses can influence weather patterns on a microscopic scale, causing tiny changes in air pressure and humidity that accumulate into larger meteorological effects over time. Some meteorologists have begun studying Psyduck populations as early warning systems for atmospheric disturbances. The spiraling shell pattern on Omanite's body represents one of nature's most perfect examples of logarithmic spiral geometry, with each chamber growing according to mathematical principles that optimize both structural strength and hydrodynamic efficiency. The internal architecture of these shells creates a series of resonance chambers that can amplify underwater sounds and vibrations, allowing Omanite to communicate across ocean basins using low-frequency calls that travel for thousands of miles. The fossilized shells of ancient Omanite have been found to contain microscopic records of ancient ocean conditions, with the chemical composition of each growth ring providing detailed information about water temperature, salinity, and mineral content from millions of years ago. Noctowl's asymmetrically placed ear openings create a three-dimensional auditory map of their environment that is so precise they can track the movement of individual insects through dense forest canopy in complete darkness. The slight difference in timing between sounds reaching each ear allows them to triangulate the luminescent spots scattered across Lantern's body, operate according to a complex biological timing system that synchronizes with lunar cycles, tidal patterns, and the migration routes of deep-sea creatures. Each light can be controlled independently, allowing Lantern to create intricate patterns that serve as both navigation aids and communication signals in the absolute darkness of ocean depths. The chemical reactions that produce this light generate no heat, making them perfectly efficient biological illumination systems that can operate continuously for months without depleting the Pokemon's energy reserves. The specific wavelengths of light produced by different Lantern populations have evolved to match the visual sensitivity of their primary prey species, creating living lures that are virtually irresistible to their targets. Mareep's woolly coat generates static electricity through a process that involves the alignment of microscopic protein fibers in response to atmospheric pressure changes, essentially turning each individual into a living barometer capable of predicting weather patterns days in advance. The electrical charge stored in their wool follows seasonal cycles, building to peak intensity during dry periods and dissipating gradually during humid conditions. This natural electrical system can influence the growth patterns of nearby plants, with flowers and crops often displaying enhanced vitality and unusual growth characteristics when cultivated near mareep grazing areas. The electromagnetic field generated by a flock of mareep can create localized aurora effects in the atmosphere under the right conditions, producing gentle curtains of colored light that dance across the evening sky. The poison sacs located throughout Crobit's body contain over 300 different toxic compounds, each designed to affect specific biological systems in potential threats or prey. However, those same compounds can be processed and refined by Crobit's unique metabolism into beneficial substances that promote healing and enhance immune system function. Wild Crobat have been observed deliberately exposing themselves to certain plant toxins and environmental pollutants, gradually building immunity while creating new medicinal compounds within their bodies. The complex chemistry involved in this process requires precise temperature and pH control that Crobit maintain through subtle adjustments to their body temperature and breathing patterns. Cleffa's ability to float and glide through the air relies on specialized cells within their bodies that can manipulate gravitational fields on a microscopic scale, creating localized areas of reduced gravity that allow them to achieve sustained flight despite their rounded, seemingly non-aerodynamic body shape. This gravitational manipulation extends to their immediate environment, causing small objects and dust particles to orbit around them in gentle, spiral patterns that create an almost magical aura of floating debris. The energy required for this ability comes from their absorption of cosmic radiation and starlight, making Cleffa most active and buoyant during clear nights when celestial bodies are most visible. The gravitational fields generated by Cleffa also influence the crystallization patterns of minerals in their vicinity, creating unique geometric formations in caves and rocky areas where they nest. These crystals often display properties that seem to defy conventional physics, maintaining perfect symmetry despite irregular growth conditions and exhibiting faint luminescence that mirrors the phases of the moon. The relationship between Cleffa and these crystal formations extends beyond mere environmental influence, as the crystals appear to store and amplify the cosmic energies that Cleffa collect, creating natural sanctuaries where the boundary between the terrestrial and celestial realms becomes remarkably thin. Skarmory's metallic feathers undergo a continuous process of renewal and refinement throughout their lives, with each individual feather being composed of dozens of microscopic layers that are deposited gradually over weeks or months. The specific metal composition of these feathers varies based on the mineral content of their diet, with some Skarmory developing feathers containing trace amounts of rare elements that give them unique properties such as enhanced conductivity or magnetic sensitivity. The hollow cores of their primary flight feathers contain a specialized gas mixture that changes density in response to altitude, providing automatic buoyancy adjustment that allows Skarmory to maintain effortless flight at various elevations without conscious effort. The internal structure of these feathers resembles a complex honeycomb arrangement that maximizes strength while minimizing weight, with each cell in the honeycomb containing microscopic mechanisms that can adjust the feather's rigidity in real time. During molting season, Skarmory carefully cache their shed feathers in hidden locations, instinctively understanding that the metal content of these discarded feathers will eventually enrich the soil and provide essential minerals for future generations. The electromagnetic properties of their feathers allow Skarmory to navigate using the planet's magnetic field with remarkable precision, enabling them to return to specific nesting sites after migrations spanning thousands of miles. Houndour's flames burn at temperatures that vary dramatically based on their emotional state and the specific chemical compounds present in their breath. During moments of contentment and relaxation, these flames produce a gentle warmth that barely exceeds body temperature, creating a soothing heat source that other Pokémon often seek out during cold mountain nights. The sulfurous compounds that give Houndour's flames their distinctive smell also serve as a complex chemical communication system, with subtle variations in scent conveying detailed information about identity, health status, territory boundaries, and social hierarchy within their packs. The bone-like protrusions on Houndour's skull and back are not actually bone at all, but rather specialized keratin structures, similar to horn or claw material that continue growing throughout their lives. These structures contain an intricate network of blood vessels and nerve endings that make them incredibly sensitive to temperature changes, barometric pressure fluctuations, and even subtle vibrations in the ground that might indicate approaching danger or the movement of potential prey. The hollow chambers within these protrusions act as resonance cavities that amplify and modulate Houndour's vocalizations, allowing them to produce howls that can carry for miles across mountainous terrain while remaining inaudible to most other species. Kingdra's ability to create whirlpools involves precise manipulation of water pressure and current patterns through rapid, synchronized movements of their fins and tail. The spiral chambers within their elongated snout can generate focused jets of water with enough force to carve through solid rock, but they typically use this ability with remarkable restraint, creating gentle currents that guide small fish and plankton toward their mouth rather than overwhelming their prey with raw power. The bony plates covering their body contain microscopic channels filled with specialized fluid that can rapidly change temperature, allowing Kingdra to create thermal gradients in the surrounding water that influence local current patterns. These thermal manipulation abilities extend to their eggs, which Kingdra carefully tend in underwater gardens where they cultivate specific types of seaweed and coral that thrive in the unique temperature conditions they create. The incubation process involves maintaining precise thermal cycles that mirror the seasonal patterns of deep ocean currents, ensuring that newly hatched Horsea emerge during optimal conditions for survival. The pressure-sensitive organs along Kingdra's lateral line can detect depth changes as small as a few centimeters, allowing them to maintain perfect, neutral buoyancy while expending minimal energy on swimming. Phanpy's trunk contains over 40,000 individual muscle fibers arranged in complex spiraling patterns that provide incredible strength and dexterity despite the trunk's relatively small size. The tip of their trunk features specialized touch receptors that are sensitive enough to detect individual grains of sand or salt, allowing Phanpy to assess soil composition and mineral content with remarkable accuracy. This tactile sensitivity extends to their ability to locate underground water sources, as they can detect the subtle vibrations and moisture gradients that indicate the presence of aquifers or underground streams. The rolling behavior that Fampi are famous for serves multiple purposes beyond simple locomotion and play. The specific pattern of their rolls creates compression waves in the soil that help aerate the ground and distribute seeds from the plants they encounter during their travels. Their thick, rubbery skin contains natural oils that collect pollen and small seeds as they roll, making each fanpai an inadvertent but highly effective agent of plant propagation across vast distances. The dust and dirt that accumulates on their skin during rolling sessions contains beneficial microorganisms that help maintain their skin health and provide protection against parasites and infections. Stantler's antlers grow in response to the magnetic fields they encounter during their travels, with the specific branching patterns and overall shape being influenced by the strength and direction of magnetic anomalies in their territory. These antlers function as living compasses that become more accurate and sensitive as Stantler age, eventually developing the ability to detect magnetic fields so subtle that they can sense the approach of magnetic storms days before they manifest as visible aurora displays. The optical illusions created by Stantler's antlers result from the interaction between natural electromagnetic fields and specialized photosensitive cells embedded within the antler structure. The hypnotic patterns generated by these antler displays can induce various psychological states in observers, ranging from mild relaxation to deep meditative trances that can last for hours. Wild Stantler used these abilities not only for defense, but also to calm distressed or injured Pokémon, creating peaceful zones in the forest where healing and recovery can occur undisturbed. The specific frequency of the electromagnetic pulses generated by their antlers resonates with the neural patterns associated with REM sleep, making encounters with Stantler often result in unusually vivid and prophetic dreams that persist long after the encounter has ended. Smeargle's tail secretes a paint-like substance that contains complex organic polymers capable of maintaining their color and consistency for decades without fading or degradation. The chemical composition of this paint changes based on Smeargle's diet, emotional state, and even the time of day, creating an infinite palette of colors and textures that no artificial paint has ever successfully replicated. Each Smeargle's paint has a unique chemical signature that functions as an individual identifier, allowing members of their species to recognize and track each other across vast distances simply by examining paint traces left on trees, rocks, or other surfaces. The neurological pathways that control Smeargle's artistic abilities are directly connected to their memory centers, meaning that every painting they create serves as a form of external memory storage that can be read by other Smeargle who encounter their work. These painted memories can convey complex information about food sources, weather patterns, territorial boundaries, and even emotional experiences with a level of detail and nuance that surpasses most forms of conventional communication. The paint itself contains microscopic crystalline structures that can preserve and transmit this information for generations, creating an ongoing historical record of Smeargle communities that spans centuries. The crystalline structures within Smeargle's paint exhibit piezoelectric properties that generate minute electrical charges when exposed to pressure or vibration, allowing the painted surfaces to respond to environmental stimuli in ways that create subtle shifts in color and luminosity over time. This phenomenon means that Smeargle artwork is never truly static, but continues to evolve and change long after the artist has moved on, with some ancient Smeargle paintings discovered in remote caves still displaying active color fluctuations that correspond to seismic activity and atmospheric pressure changes. The paint's responsiveness to electromagnetic fields also enables it to interact with the natural bioelectric fields produced by other Pokémon, causing Smeargle murals to brighten or dim when certain species approach, effectively creating living art that serves as both decoration and an early warning system for territorial intrusions. Tyrogue's unique developmental pathway is influenced by microscopic calcium deposits that accumulate in specific muscle groups during their training regimen, with the distribution and density of these deposits ultimately determining which evolutionary form they will assume upon reaching maturity. The process begins during their earliest days, when Tyrogue instinctively performs specific movement patterns that channel their internal energy toward different muscle systems, creating feedback loops that gradually reshape their skeletal structure and muscular development. Those destined to become Hitmonlee develop enhanced calcium absorption in their leg bones, while future Hitmonchan concentrate these deposits in their arm and shoulder regions, and prospective Hitmontop distribute the minerals evenly throughout their core and rotational muscle groups. The decision-making process occurs at a cellular level through complex biochemical cascades triggered by the Tyrogue's subconscious assessment of their environment, natural predispositions, and the specific challenges they encounter during their formative period. This evolutionary determination is so precise that experienced trainers can predict a Tyrogue's eventual form by analyzing the subtle changes in their posture, movement preferences, and even the rhythm of their breathing patterns weeks before any visible physical changes begin to manifest. Hoothoot's internal chronometer operates through a biological mechanism that rivals the precision of atomic clocks, utilizing specialized cells in their brain that respond to quantum level fluctuations in electromagnetic radiation from celestial bodies. These chronometer cells contain crystalline structures composed of naturally occurring quartz-like minerals that vibrate at specific frequencies when exposed to the Earth's rotation and the gravitational influences of the Moon and Sun. The remarkable accuracy of this system allows Hoothoot to maintain perfect timekeeping even when isolated from all external time cues, with some individuals demonstrating the ability to track time accurately to within seconds over periods of several months. Their hooting calls serve not only as time announcements, but also as synchronization signals that help coordinate the biological rhythms of entire forest ecosystems, with other nocturnal Pokémon adjusting their activity patterns based on the temporal information conveyed through Hoothoot's vocalizations. The frequency and modulation of these calls contain encoded data about lunar phases, seasonal transitions, and even long-term climate patterns, making Hoothoot invaluable as natural meteorologists whose predictions often prove more accurate than conventional weather forecasting methods. Crobat's four wings operate through an intricate system of independent muscular control that allows for flight maneuvers impossible for creatures with traditional wing configurations. Each wing can adjust its angle, beat frequency, an aerodynamic profile independently of the others, creating complex air current patterns that enable Crobat to perform instantaneous direction changes, hover motionlessly in hurricane force winds, and even fly backwards or sideways with perfect stability. The wing membranes contain specialized pressure sensitive cells that can detect minute changes in air density and atmospheric composition, providing Crobat with three-dimensional maps of wind currents, thermal columns, and air quality that extend for miles in every direction. This sensory capability is so refined that Crobat can navigate safely through caves and underground passages in complete darkness by reading the subtle air movements created by their own wing beats as they reflect off walls, obstacles, and other surfaces. The evolutionary development from Zubat to Golbat to Crobat involves progressive refinements to these wing based sensory systems, with each transformation adding new layers of aerodynamic sensitivity and flight control that culminate in Crobat's nearly supernatural aerial abilities. Chinchu's bioluminescent antennae contain specialized organs called photophores that produce light through a chemical reaction involving luciferin and luciferase enzymes, similar to those found in deep sea creatures, but with unique modifications that allow for precise control over light intensity, color, and pulsation patterns. The electrical energy required for these light displays is generated by modified muscle cells that function as biological batteries, storing bioelectric charge that can be released in controlled bursts to power both the luminescent displays and Chinchu's electrical attacks. These battery cells can maintain their charge for extended periods, allowing Chincho to remain illuminated continuously for weeks without feeding, making them invaluable as natural light sources in the deepest ocean trenches where sunlight never penetrates. The specific wavelengths of light produced by different Chinchu vary based on the mineral content of the water they inhabit, with individuals from different oceanic regions developing distinct color signatures that serve as regional dialects in their complex light-based communication system. The patterns and sequences of those light displays can convey information about food sources, mating availability, territorial boundaries, and even emotional states with a sophistication that rivals the complexity of human language. Creating underwater light shows that can be observed from miles away in the clear depths of the ocean. Pichu's electrical generation system is fundamentally different from that of its evolved forms, relying on friction-based static electricity rather than the more sophisticated bioelectric organs that develop in Pikachu and Raichu. Though electrical pouches in Pichu's cheeks are lined with specialized fur that builds up static charges through normal movement and play, but the immature neural pathways that control electrical discharge often result in involuntary releases of stored energy during moments of excitement, surprise, or physical exertion. These uncontrolled electrical discharges serve an important developmental function by gradually strengthening the neural connections that will eventually allow for precise electrical control in their evolved forms. The process of learning electrical control is closely tied to emotional development, with Pichu gradually gaining the ability to regulate their electrical output as they develop stronger bonds with other Pokémon and learn to manage their emotional responses. The static electricity generated by young Pichu has unique properties that make it particularly effective at stimulating plant growth, and wild Pichu communities often create lush, garden-like areas in their territories where the ambient electrical activity promotes unusually rapid and healthy vegetation development. Cleffa's connection to cosmic radiation extends beyond simple exposure to starlight, involving complex interactions with solar wind particles and cosmic rays that penetrate the Earth's atmosphere during specific astronomical events. Their star-shaped bodies contain crystalline structures that can absorb and store cosmic energy with remarkable efficiency, converting high-energy particles into a form of biological fuel that powers their seemingly magical abilities. The accumulation of cosmic energy in Cleffa's system follows predictable patterns that correspond to astronomical cycles, with their power levels fluctuating in harmony with solar activity, lunar phases, and the positions of nearby planets. During periods of intense cosmic radiation, such as solar flares or meteor showers, Cleffa communities gather in open areas to collectively absorb the increased energy flow, creating spectacular displays of synchronized dancing and light emission that can be visible from great distances. The cosmic energy stored within their bodies gradually transforms their cellular structure as they mature, eventually triggering the evolutionary changes that lead to their transformation into Clefairy when sufficient cosmic radiation has been absorbed and integrated into their biological systems. Igglybuff's remarkable elasticity results from a unique protein structure in their skin and underlying tissues that function similarly to natural rubber, but with enhanced properties that allow for extreme deformation without damage or permanent stretching. The molecular composition of these elastic proteins changes in response to emotional states, becoming more flexible during happy or excited moods, and stiffening slightly during periods of stress or fear, creating a direct physical manifestation of Igglybuff's emotional condition that can be observed through changes in their bounce patterns and surface texture. The bouncing motion that characterizes Igglybuff movement serves multiple biological functions beyond simple locomotion, including circulation enhancement, muscle development, and the regulation of internal pressure systems that maintain their inflated appearance. The rhythmic bouncing creates internal vibrations that stimulate the production of endorphins and other mood-regulating chemicals, explaining why Igglybuff rarely appear distressed or unhappy despite their vulnerable appearance and position as prey species in many ecosystems. The vocal cords of Igglybuff possess an unusual resonance chamber that amplifies their lullabies to an astonishing degree, allowing their gentle, sleep-inducing melodies to travel further and penetrate more deeply into the subconscious minds of listeners than would be expected from such a small creature. This vocal amplification is not merely acoustic. It involves a subtle manipulation of atmospheric pressure waves and infrasound frequencies that interact directly with the neurological pathways responsible for relaxation and sleep induction in most mammalian and avian species. The unique chemical composition of Igglybuff's saliva, often produced in small bubbles during their lullaby performances, contains trace amounts of a natural sedative that, when inhaled or absorbed through the skin, further enhances the soporific effects of their songs, making them incredibly effective at lulling even the most restless creatures into a peaceful slumber. The patterns within their lullabies are not random. They are complex, self-similar fractal patterns that mimic the natural rhythms of deep sleep brainwaves, gently guiding the listener's own neural activity into a state conducive to rest. Togepi's iconic eggshell is not merely a protective casing, but an integral part of its biological system, acting as a highly efficient cosmic energy accumulator. The intricate patterns and speckles on the shell's surface are actually microscopic crystalline structures that absorb and convert ambient cosmic radiation, the same energies that influence Cleffa, into a form of bioelectrical energy that Togepi utilizes for growth and development. This process explains why Togepi are often found in areas with clear night skies or near ancient ruins, places where cosmic energies are believed to be more concentrated or traditionally revered. The interior surface of the eggshell is lined with a delicate bioluminescent membrane that glows faintly, reflecting Togepi's mood and energy levels. A strong, steady glow indicates a healthy, content Togepi, while a flickering or dim light might signal distress or fatigue. The shell is incredibly resilient, capable of withstanding significant impacts, yet it remains perfectly permeable to the subtle energies of the cosmos, allowing a constant, gentle flow of life-sustaining radiation to nourish the developing Pokémon within. The small, crown-like protrusion on Togepi's head is not a mere aesthetic feature, but a highly sensitive sensory organ, capable of detecting minute shifts in emotional auras and intentions. This emotion sensor allows Togepi to instinctively discern the emotional state of those around it, reacting with joy to positive feelings and becoming withdrawn or distressed by negative ones. This empathetic ability is crucial for its survival as a young, vulnerable Pokémon, enabling it to seek out caring individuals and avoid potentially harmful situations. The spikes on the crown also serve as a subtle antenna, helping to orient Togepi toward positive energy sources and protecting it from overwhelming negative emotional surges by subtly deflecting or dissipating them. The development of this emotional sensitivity is a key factor in its evolution, as it hones its ability to spread happiness and positive energy, eventually manifesting as the joy incarnate known as Togetic. Wooper's perpetually cheerful demeanor and seemingly simplistic brain structure belies a surprisingly complex internal regulatory system. Its gills, often mistaken for mere decorative frills, are not only capable of extracting oxygen from water, but also possess specialized chemoreceptors that detect subtle changes in water purity and mineral content, allowing Wooper to instinctively seek out the cleanest, most nutrient-rich aquatic environments. These gills also play a role in thermoregulation, releasing excess heat or absorbing warmth from the surrounding water to maintain a stable internal body temperature, even in fluctuating environmental conditions. The slime covering Wooper's body is not just for lubrication. It's a dynamic, bioactive substance containing natural antibacterial compounds and mild anesthetics that protect it from minor injuries, parasites, and infections. This slime also aids in camouflage, subtly altering its refractive index to blend seamlessly with its watery surroundings, making it surprisingly difficult to spot in its natural habitat despite its vibrant coloration. The specific consistency and composition of this slime can change based on Wooper's diet and environment, adapting to provide optimal protection. Murkrow's notorious reputation as a harbinger of ill omen is largely a cultural misconception, stemming from its natural attraction to shiny objects and its nocturnal habits, which often lead it to ancient burial sites or areas of historical significance where forgotten trinkets might be found. However, its intelligence is undeniable. Murkrow are incredibly adept at mimicry, not just of sounds and voices, but also of subtle behavioral patterns and social cues, allowing them to infiltrate and observe human settlements or other Pokemon communities without detection. They use this observational skill to learn about resource locations, patrol routes, and even the emotional states of individuals, which they then exploit to their advantage for acquiring food or shiny objects. Their dark plumage, far from being merely aesthetic, is coated in a natural microscopic oil that repels water and light, making them exceptionally stealthy in low light conditions and remarkably resistant to harsh weather. The red hat and collar markings are not simply decorative, they are patches of specialized feathers that can absorb and reflect specific wavelengths of light, allowing Murkrow to communicate complex signals to other Murkrow that are invisible to most other species, aiding in coordinated thievery and territorial defense. Unown's existence is one of the most enigmatic phenomena in the Pokemon world, blurring the lines between organism, language, and conceptual entity. Each unowned form is not just a letter of an ancient alphabet, but represents a fundamental concept or idea, such as joy, fear, knowledge, or void. When multiple unowned gather, their collective psychic energy amplifies, allowing them to manifest these concepts into reality, albeit temporarily and often spontaneously. This is why their presence is often associated with strange, dreamlike occurrences or the sudden appearance of ancient artifacts. The eyes of unown are not true eyes in the biological sense, but rather focal points for their psychic energy, allowing them to perceive and interact with the emotional and conceptual substrata of reality. They communicate not through conventional sounds or telepathy, but by resonating with the thoughts and emotions of intelligent beings, subtly influencing their perceptions and dreams. The ancient civilizations that documented unown likely developed their alphabet based on these conceptual forms, attempting to categorize and harness their mysterious powers. Their true origin remains unknown, with theories ranging from being fragments of a primordial cosmic language to manifestations of collective consciousness from a bygone era. Snubble's seemingly grumpy facial expression is not a reflection of its mood, but a fixed anatomical feature, a result of its distinctive skeletal structure and musculature around the snout. In reality, Snubble are often quite affectionate and playful despite their intimidating appearance. Their heightened sense of smell is far more acute than many larger scent-tracking Pokemon, allowing them to detect subtle pheromones and chemical signatures in the environment that indicate the presence of friends, rivals, or even hidden food sources from considerable distances. This olfactory prowess is a key adaptation for navigating complex urban environments and identifying individuals within large crowds. The small, sharp teeth that are often visible are not primarily for attack, but are highly specialized for gripping and tearing tough, fibrous materials, a remnant of an ancestral diet that included tough roots and bark. Their surprisingly strong grip strength, disproportionate to their size, allows them to hold onto objects much larger than themselves, an essential trait for carrying off treasures or maintaining their grip during play. The spots on their bodies are unique to each individual, akin to fingerprints, and are used for recognition within their social groups. Quillfish's spherical body is not merely for buoyancy. It is a highly specialized hydrostatic organ capable of rapidly adjusting its internal pressure and volume by absorbing or expelling water. This allows quillfish to perform sudden bursts of speed or achieve precise hovering in water currents, making it an incredibly agile aquatic predator, despite its seemingly clumsy appearance. The spines covering its body are not just for defense. Each spine contains a microscopic pore that secretes a potent neurotoxin which is synthesized from specialized glands located beneath its skin. The composition of this toxin is highly variable, adapting to the specific dietary intake of quillfish, making it particularly effective against the local prey species. This adaptability ensures its venom remains potent and effective against a diverse range of threats. The distinct patterns on its skin are not merely decorative, they are bioluminescent organs that can flash in complex sequences, communicating warnings to other quillfish, attracting mates, or disorienting predators with sudden bursts of light in the murky depths. Quillfish are also surprisingly intelligent, capable of learning and remembering complex routes through underwater mazes and identifying specific predator species. Shuckle's incredibly hard shell is not just a rigid exterior. It is a complex, multi-layered biomineral composite, constantly being reinforced and strengthened by the absorption of minerals from its environment, particularly from nutrient-rich underground caves where it often resides. This shell is highly porous on a microscopic level, allowing it to slowly absorb moisture and nutrients from the surrounding rock and soil, a process akin to a slow-motion subterranean osmosis. The fungi and bacteria that grow on Shuckle's shell are not parasitic but symbiotic, working in conjunction with Shuckle's digestive system to break down complex organic matter and convert it into a nutrient-rich, fermenting fluid inside the shell. This fluid, often referred to as berry juice, is a highly concentrated source of energy and essential vitamins, making it incredibly popular among Pokémon and humans alike for its restorative properties. The fermentation process itself is carefully regulated by Shuckle's internal biology, ensuring the fluid reaches optimal potency without becoming toxic. Shuckle's seemingly immobile nature is a deceptive form of energy conservation, allowing it to focus its metabolic resources on the slow, continuous production of this valuable fluid, making it a living, self-sustaining fermentation vat. Swinub's exceptional sense of smell is not limited to finding food. It is capable of detecting changes in atmospheric pressure, subtle shifts in ground composition, and even the faint electromagnetic fields produced by underground water sources or mineral deposits. This allows Swinub to navigate vast, snow-covered landscapes with remarkable precision, even in whiteout conditions, and to locate hidden subterranean resources that would be invisible to other Pokémon. Its thick fur, while providing insulation against extreme cold, also contains specialized follicles that can detect minute vibrations in the ground, acting as a natural seismic sensor that warns it of approaching predators or potential avalanches long before they are visible. The rhythmic rooting motion of its snout, often seen as a simple foraging behavior, actually serves a dual purpose. It aerates the soil, promoting the growth of its preferred fungal and root-based diet, and it also creates subtle depressions in the snow that collect warm air, providing temporary shelter for its young. Swinub also possesses a unique metabolic adaptation that allows it to store body fat with exceptional efficiency, providing it with a long lasting energy reserve that enables it to survive extended periods of food scarcity in harsh winter environments. Teddiursa's crescent moon marking on its forehead is not merely a birthmark. It is a bioluminescent patch of skin that glows faintly in the dark, emitting a soothing rhythmic pulse of light that acts as a natural nightlight for its young and serves as a subtle communication signal within its family group. The intensity and pattern of this glow can also indicate Teddiursa's emotional state, becoming brighter and more erratic when distressed, and dimming to a gentle hum when content. The honey that Teddiursa constantly seeks is not just a food source, but a crucial component of its diet, providing unique enzymes and sugars that are essential for the development of its powerful claws and its incredible sense of smell. These specialized sugars are also involved in the synthesis of a natural protective balm that Teddiursa applies to its fur, making it water resistant and enhancing its insulating properties. The small, white bear cub aesthetic of Teddiursa is a form of natural camouflage in snowy or rocky environments, allowing it to blend into its surroundings and avoid detection by larger predators. Its seemingly innocent appearance also helps it approach other Pokemon unnoticed, making it an effective opportunist. Phanpy's sturdy, compact body is a marvel of biomechanical engineering, allowing it to withstand incredible impacts despite its relatively small size. Its thick, rubbery hide is composed of multiple layers of specialized collagen fibers, providing both exceptional shock absorption and abrasion resistance, protecting it from falls and impacts during its characteristic rolling movements. The large, floppy ears are not just for hearing, they are highly vascularized organs that play a crucial role in thermal regulation, dissipating excess body heat when Fanpai exerts itself or in warm environments, and acting as heat sinks to absorb warmth in colder conditions. This efficient cooling system allows Fanpi to maintain high levels of activity without overheating. The trunk, while primarily used for grabbing and manipulating objects, is also capable of storing a surprising amount of water, which Fanpai can then spray with considerable force, either for self-defense or to cool itself down. The distinct blue and red markings on its body are not just for display, they are patches of specialized skin that contain chromatophores, allowing Fanpi to subtly change the intensity of its coloration to communicate with other Fanpi or to indicate its emotional state. Stantler's majestic antlers are not just for show or combat. They are highly complex sensory organs, capable of detecting minute shifts in atmospheric pressure, subtle electromagnetic fields, and even the infrasonic vibrations of the Earth. These abilities allow Stantler to predict changes in weather patterns, locate hidden water sources, and sense the presence of predators from considerable distances long before they are visible. The intricate, almost fractal-like branching of the antlers creates a unique resonance chamber, allowing Stantler to amplify and direct its calls across vast distances, communicating with its herd over miles of varied terrain. The small, spherical ornaments at the base of the antlers are not mere decorations. They are specialized glands that secrete a natural pheromone, which Gligar and other flying Pokémon find irresistible, often leading to Stantler being mistakenly perceived as having mystical powers due to the constant presence of these flying creatures around it. This pheromone also plays a role in attracting mates and marking territory. Stantler's coat, while appearing uniform, is actually composed of two distinct layers: a dense, insulating undercoat for warmth, and a coarser, water-repellent outer layer that sheds snow and rain, keeping it dry and comfortable in harsh conditions. The delicate, almost luminescent orb that hovers between Xatu's eyes is more than just an aesthetic feature. It is a highly concentrated psychic energy accumulator, constantly drawing in and processing ambient mental vibrations from its surroundings. This energy is then channeled and focused, allowing Xatu to perceive not only the immediate future, but also the echoes of the past, creating a complex, multi-layered perception of time that can be overwhelming, explaining its perpetually still and meditative posture. The intricate feather patterns on its body are not purely decorative either. They are believed to be a natural form of psychic shielding, subtly deflecting unwanted mental intrusions and helping Xatu maintain its focus amidst the cacophony of temporal information it processes. The specific arrangement of these feathers varies slightly among individuals, acting as a unique psychic signature. Mareep's wool, while seemingly simple, is a remarkably complex bioelectrical conductor, capable of generating and storing static electricity with astonishing efficiency. Each individual strand of wool is composed of microscopic, hollow fibers that naturally rub against each other as Mareep moves, creating a triboelectric effect that charges the fibers. This stored electricity is then regulated and released through the luminescent orb on its tail, which acts as a biological capacitor and discharge point. The intensity of the glow in this orb directly correlates with the amount of stored electrical energy, providing a visual cue for its energy levels. The wool also possesses unique insulating properties, protecting Mareep from self-electrocution and providing warmth even in cold, damp conditions. Its fluffy texture and bright coloration are thought to be an evolutionary adaptation to deter predators, making it appear larger and more formidable than its actual size. Sudowoodo, despite its tree-like appearance, is a master of mimicry. Its rock-hard body and green, leaf-like appendages allowing it to blend seamlessly into rocky environments. The branch-like arms are surprisingly flexible and can be manipulated with great precision, allowing it to subtly shift its posture to perfectly imitate various types of flora. The brown, woody texture of its skin is actually a specialized form of petrified epidermis, making it incredibly durable and resistant to most forms of physical damage. The small, spherical protrusions on its body, often mistaken for knots, are actually specialized sensory organs that detect minute vibrations in the ground, allowing Sudowoodo to sense approaching footsteps or potential threats, even when perfectly still. Its aversion to water is not merely a preference, it is a critical survival mechanism, as prolonged exposure to moisture can compromise the integrity of its petrified skin, leading to a weakening of its natural defenses. Murkrow's distinctive red eyes are not just for vision. They possess a unique photoreceptor sensitivity that allows it to perceive infrared light, granting it exceptional night vision capabilities and the ability to detect subtle heat signatures, aiding in its scavenging and thieving activities under the cover of darkness. The dark, glossy plumage is not only for camouflage, but also acts as a highly efficient solar absorber, allowing Murkrow to rapidly warm itself in cold environments, conserving valuable energy. The sharp, pointed beak is not only a tool for pecking and tearing, but also contains specialized nerve endings that allow it to detect subtle changes in air pressure and humidity, aiding in navigation and predicting weather patterns. Its notorious habit of collecting shiny objects is not entirely driven by greed. These objects sometimes serve as tools for attracting mates, or as visual markers within its territory, or even as a means of communication with other Murkrows, reflecting light in specific patterns. Misdreavus, despite its ethereal appearance, is a highly territorial Pokémon. Its ghostly form composed of an ectoplasmic substance that allows it to phase through solid objects. The red, spherical gems that adorn its body are not merely decorative, but are concentrated repositories of negative emotion, which Misdreavus absorbs and then releases in bursts of unsettling energy. This energy can manifest as disorienting illusions, chilling whispers, or even minor poltergeist activity, all designed to frighten away intruders. Its signature cry, a high-pitched wail, is not just a sound. It is a sonic projection of fear, directly impacting the emotional centers of those who hear it, causing unease and panic. The floating spectral hair-like appendages are highly sensitive to emotional fluctuations in its surroundings, allowing Misdreavus to pinpoint and target individuals experiencing fear or sadness. Wobbuffet's perpetually smiling expression is a carefully maintained facade, a strategy to lull opponents into a false sense of security, masking its true nature as a highly defensive and reactive Pokémon. Its tail, with the pair of eyes, is not merely a secondary visual organ. It is the true brain and nerve center of Wobbuffet. The main body is primarily a muscular, flexible structure designed for absorbing and reflecting attacks. The tail is incredibly sensitive and can detect kinetic energy, allowing Wobbuffet to anticipate and counter incoming attacks with remarkable precision. The dark, shadowy material that composes its body is incredibly resilient, capable of absorbing immense physical force without sustaining damage, acting like a living elastic shock absorber. Its inability to initiate an attack is a fundamental aspect of its biology, forcing it into a purely reactive combat style, making it a master of counter-strategy. Girafarig's dual-headed anatomy is a fascinating example of evolutionary specialization, with each head possessing distinct cognitive functions. The front head, with its intelligent and curious expression, is responsible for higher-level thought processes, problem-solving, and communication. The smaller back head, resembling a tail, is more instinctual and primal, acting as an early warning system against predators. It is constantly alert for danger, facing the opposite direction to the front head, providing a 360-degree field of awareness. This back head also possesses sharp teeth and a venomous bite, used as a deterrent against threats approaching from behind. The intricate, almost maze-like patterns on its body are not just for display. They are believed to be a form of hypnotic camouflage, subtly disorienting predators by breaking up Girafarig's outline against varied backgrounds. The elongated neck allows both heads to have an unobstructed view of their surroundings. Pineco, despite its resemblance to a pine cone, is a highly mobile and surprisingly durable Pokémon. Its hard, chitinous shell is not merely a protective covering, but is composed of multiple overlapping plates that can flex and interlock, allowing it to curl into an impenetrable sphere when threatened. The small, leaf-like protrusions on its body are actually highly sensitive sensory organs that detect subtle air currents and vibrations, allowing Panico to navigate its arboreal environment and sense approaching danger. The sticky, resinous substance it secretes is not just for adhering to tree branches. It is also a powerful adhesive that can be used offensively to trap prey or defensively to deter predators. Its peculiar habit of hanging upside down from branches is not just for resting. It allows Panico to efficiently absorb nutrients from the air and passively collect dew, acting as a natural filter. Fortress, the evolved form of Panico, takes its defensive capabilities to an extreme. Its entire body is encased in a massive metallic shell, heavily armored with sharp, interlocking segments. The numerous openings in its shell are not just for ventilation, they are specialized orifices that can rapidly expel a barrage of sharp, metallic shards, creating a devastating defensive perimeter. This shell is incredibly dense and resistant to most forms of physical and energy attacks. The small, glowing eyes are highly specialized, capable of perceiving magnetic fields and electrical currents, allowing Fortress to navigate in low light conditions and detect energy fluctuations in its environment. Its ability to remain perfectly still for extended periods is a testament to its energy efficiency, allowing it to conserve resources and ambush unsuspecting prey. Dunsparce, a truly enigmatic Pokémon, often sought after for its elusive nature, possesses a body that is surprisingly soft and flexible, allowing it to burrow through earth with remarkable speed and agility. Its small, almost vestigial wings are not for sustained flight, but are used for short, rapid bursts of movement, allowing it to briefly hover or escape danger. The drill-like tail is not just for digging, it is also a highly sensitive sensory organ, capable of detecting minute vibrations and subterranean water sources. The intricate, almost cryptic patterns on its back are believed to be a form of natural camouflage, mimicking the appearance of sedimentary rock layers, making it incredibly difficult to spot in its natural habitat. Its shy and reclusive nature is a survival adaptation, as its soft body makes it vulnerable to predators on the surface. Heracross, a powerful bug-fighting type, is renowned for its immense strength, particularly in its horn. This horn, while appearing solid, is actually composed of a highly specialized chitinous material reinforced with natural carbon nanotubes, making it incredibly lightweight, yet immensely strong and capable of lifting objects many times Heracross's own weight. The intricate patterns on its body are not just for intimidation, they are believed to be a form of structural reinforcement, distributing stress across its exoskeleton during powerful attacks. Its powerful legs are equipped with microscopic, adhesive bristles, allowing it to cling to almost any surface, even while carrying heavy loads. The small, almost glowing eyes are highly sensitive to movement, allowing Heracross to track fast-moving targets with precision. Its diet primarily consists of tree sap, which it extracts using its horn, making it a vital part of forest ecosystems. Sneasel, a notoriously cunning and agile Pokémon, possesses claws that are not merely sharp, but contain a natural anticoagulant, ensuring that any wound inflicted will bleed profusely, weakening its prey. Its sleek, black fur is incredibly dense and insulating, allowing it to thrive in frigid environments, and its dark coloration provides excellent camouflage in rocky, shadowed terrains. The elongated feather-like appendage on its head is not just for display. It is a highly sensitive sensory organ that detects changes in air pressure and subtle shifts in temperature, aiding in navigation and hunting. The twin, yellow rings on its body are believed to be a warning coloration, signaling its aggressive nature and venomous claws to potential threats. Sneasel is known for its highly intelligent and strategic hunting methods, often working in small, coordinated packs to ambush larger prey. Teddiursa's crescent moon marking on its forehead is not just a birthmark. It is a specialized gland that secretes a sweet, sticky nectar, which Teddiursa uses to attract smaller Pokémon as food or to mark its territory. Its soft, fluffy fur is not only for warmth, but also provides excellent insulation against minor bumps and falls as it navigates its environment. The small, sharp claws are surprisingly strong, allowing it to climb trees with ease and dig for hidden berries and roots. Its perpetually innocent expression is often a deceptive tactic, as Teddiursa can be surprisingly resourceful and territorial when necessary. The small, rounded ears are highly sensitive, capable of detecting the faintest rustling of leaves or the distant sound of running water. Ursaring, the evolved form of Teddiursa, is a formidable force of nature, known for its immense raw power and territorial instincts. The large, ring-like marking on its belly is not merely a pattern. It is believed to be a hardened, bony plate that provides additional protection to its vital organs during combat. Its massive, powerful claws are capable of tearing through solid rock and are used for both offense and defense, as well as for digging up tree roots and breaking open fallen logs to find grubs. The thick, shaggy fur provides exceptional insulation against extreme temperatures and acts as a natural armor against physical attacks. Ursaring's sense of smell is incredibly acute, allowing it to detect food sources and intruders from miles away. It is a solitary Pokémon, fiercely protective of its territory, and its roars can echo through forests for vast distances, warning off potential rivals. Slugma, a fire-type Pokémon, is quite literally a living embodiment of molten rock, its body composed of superheated magma that is constantly flowing and reshaping itself. Its temperature is incredibly high, radiating heat that can be felt from a considerable distance. The glowing orange-red body is a visual indicator of its internal temperature, with brighter glows indicating higher heat. Its eyes, while appearing simple, are actually specialized thermal receptors, allowing it to perceive its surroundings based on heat signatures. The small, almost invisible vapor that constantly rises from its body is not just steam. It is a crucial part of its thermoregulation, allowing it to dissipate excess heat and prevent itself from solidifying. Slugma must constantly move to prevent its body from cooling and solidifying, making it a perpetual motion machine fueled by geothermal energy. Magcargo, the evolved form of Slugma, takes its fiery nature to an even more extreme level. Its shell, while appearing solid, is actually composed of rapidly cooling and resolidifying magma, forming a constantly shifting, incredibly durable volcanic rock. The temperature of Magcargo's body is so immense that it can melt solid rock on contact and even vaporize water instantly. The plumes of smoke and ash that constantly emanate from its shell are not merely waste products. They are a form of defensive screen, obscuring its movements and deterring predators. The small, glowing eyes are even more heat-sensitive than Slugma's, allowing it to navigate through volcanic tunnels and sense the faintest thermal variations in its environment. Its incredibly slow movement on land is a direct consequence of its immense heat, as it requires constant energy to prevent its shell from becoming brittle. Swinub, a ground ice type, is perfectly adapted to its frigid, snowy habitats. Its thick, shaggy fur provides exceptional insulation against extreme cold, and its dark coloration helps it absorb what little solar radiation is available in polar regions. The small, pig like snout is not merely for smelling. It is a powerful sensory organ equipped with specialized receptors that can detect the faint scent of buried food, such as mushrooms and roots, even under thick layers of ice and snow. The small, beady eyes are adapted for dim, snowy conditions, offering excellent perception of contrast. Swinub often burrows through snow with its snout, creating intricate tunnels. The two tusks that begin to emerge are not just for display, they are specialized digging tools, helping it to break through compacted snow and ice. Paloswine, the evolved form of Swinub, is an even more formidable inhabitant of icy landscapes. Its dense, long fur completely covers its eyes, providing insulation and protection from snow blindness, and it navigates primarily through its highly developed sense of smell and touch. The massive tusks are incredibly strong and sharp, used for breaking through thick ice, digging for food, and as powerful weapons against predators. The thick layers of fat beneath its fur provide additional insulation and energy reserves, allowing it to survive for extended periods without food in harsh conditions. Its powerful legs are equipped with broad, flat hooves that provide excellent traction on slippery ice and snow. The low, rumbling sounds it makes are believed to be a form of infrasonic communication, allowing Paloswine to communicate with others of its kind across vast distances in snowy environments. Remoraid, a water-type Pokémon, is a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation for symbiotic relationships. Its body is highly streamlined, resembling a firearm, which allows it to attach itself firmly to larger aquatic Pokémon, such as Mantine, using specialized suction organs on its underside. These organs are incredibly strong, allowing Remoraid to withstand powerful currents and the rapid movements of its host. The small dorsal fin on its back is not just for stabilization, it acts as a highly sensitive sensory array, detecting changes in water pressure and chemical composition, allowing Remoraid to anticipate the movements of its host and detect potential food sources. Its diet primarily consists of the scraps left behind by its host, making it a highly efficient scavenger. The short, powerful fins are used for short bursts of propulsion, allowing it to quickly reposition itself or escape danger. Octillery, the evolved form of Remoraid, is a master of camouflage and precision hunting. Its soft, flexible body can rapidly change color and texture to perfectly match its surroundings, allowing it to ambush unsuspecting prey. The 8 powerful tentacles are equipped with numerous suckers, each possessing independent muscular control, allowing Octillery to manipulate objects with incredible dexterity and exert immense crushing force. The large, intelligent eyes are capable of perceiving a wide spectrum of light, including polarized light, aiding in its camouflage and hunting. Its ability to squirt highly pressurized ink is not just a defensive tactic. The ink itself contains a mild anesthetic, disorienting and temporarily paralyzing smaller prey. The small rounded beak is incredibly sharp and strong, used for delivering precise, incapacitating bites. Delibird, a charming ice-flying type, is known for its peculiar habit of carrying food in its tail. This tail, shaped like a sack, is not merely a passive container. It is a highly specialized organ that can selectively freeze and preserve food items, ensuring they remain fresh for extended periods, even in varying temperatures. The vibrant red and white plumage is not just for display. It provides excellent camouflage in snowy, mountainous regions, allowing Delibird to blend in with snow-covered peaks and rocky outcrops. Its short, powerful wings are capable of generating strong updrafts, allowing it to navigate through turbulent mountain winds with surprising agility. The small, bright eyes are adapted for spotting food from great heights, and its gentle, almost melodic calls are believed to be a form of communication, guiding other Delibird to food sources. Mantine, a majestic water-flying type, glides through the ocean currents with remarkable grace, its broad, wing-like fins allowing it to effortlessly navigate vast stretches of water. These fins are not just for propulsion, they are highly sensitive sensory organs, capable of detecting changes in water temperature, salinity, and even subtle electrical currents generated by other aquatic life. The large, intelligent eyes are adapted for both above and below water vision, allowing Mantine to spot food sources and potential threats in both environments. The two small, almost antenna-like appendages on its head are not just for display. They are specialized filters that allow Mantine to strain plankton and small organisms from the water, forming its primary diet. Its calm and gentle demeanor makes it a popular companion for Remoraid, who often attach themselves to its underside. Skarmory, a formidable steel flying type, is an aerial fortress, its entire body encased in incredibly hard, lightweight steel. This natural armor is not merely a defensive shell. It is composed of meticulously arranged, interlocking plates that allow for both exceptional durability and surprising flexibility in flight. The sharp, razor-edged wings are not just for propulsion. They can be used as devastating weapons, capable of slicing through solid rock. The small, piercing red eyes are adapted for high-altitude vision, allowing Skarmory to spot prey and potential threats from miles above. Its unique ability to generate and manipulate powerful air currents allows it to glide for extended periods without expending much energy, making it an incredibly efficient predator and scout. Skarmory often nests on high, inaccessible mountain peaks, using its steel feathers to line its nests, creating impenetrable fortresses. Houndour, a dark fire type, possesses a distinctive skull-like marking on its forehead, which is not merely aesthetic. It is believed to be a natural heat sink, helping to regulate its internal temperature as it generates intense flames. Its short, sleek black fur is incredibly dense and insulating, allowing it to withstand extreme temperatures. And its dark coloration provides excellent camouflage in shadowed environments. The sharp, pointed claws are not just for digging. They contain a mild corrosive property, allowing Houndour to leave distinctive, burning marks on its territory. Its howls are not just vocalizations. They are believed to contain infrasonic frequencies that can disorient and instill fear in smaller Pokémon, acting as a natural deterrent. Houndour often hunts in small, coordinated packs, using their collective fire breath to drive out prey. Houndoom, the evolved form of Houndour, is truly a creature of fire and shadow. The twin horns that adorn its head are not merely ornamental, they are believed to be the source of its immensely powerful fire breath, acting as conduits for its internal heat. The spiked collar around its neck is not just a menacing feature, it is composed of hardened bone and serves to protect its vital throat area during aggressive encounters. Its sleek, black fur, even denser than Houndour's, is said to be naturally imbued with a unique toxin that, when inhaled, can cause persistent pain in its victims. The bone-like structures on its back are not just for intimidation, they are thought to be remnants of ancient skeletal features, hinting at a distant, more primal lineage. Houndoom's distinctive howl is not just a sound, it is infused with a sinister energy that can induce feelings of dread and anxiety in those who hear it, making it an effective psychological weapon. These Pokémon are often found in mountainous and volcanic regions, where their dark coloring and fire abilities allow them to thrive in harsh environments. Kingdra, a magnificent water dragon type, possesses a body exquisitely adapted for life in the deepest parts of the ocean. Its spiraled, serpentine form is not merely elegant, it allows for incredibly fluid and rapid movement, enabling it to navigate complex underwater terrains with ease. The small, delicate fins along its back and head are not just for balance, they are highly sensitive hydrofoils, detecting even the slightest changes in water pressure and currents. Its large, luminous eyes are not just for sight, they are capable of perceiving light in the abyssal depths where sunlight cannot penetrate, allowing it to hunt in perpetual darkness. The unique, horn-like protrusion on its snout is not just for show. It is believed to be a specialized organ that can generate powerful whirlpools, used both for defense and to disorient prey. Kingdra's scales are not just protective, they are exceptionally smooth and reduce drag, contributing to its incredible speed. It is also said that the breath of a Kingdra carries a potent sleeping agent, which it uses to subdue its prey before consuming it. This reclusive Pokémon is rarely seen by humans, preferring the solitude of the deep ocean trenches. Fampi, a charming ground type, is characterized by its playful and affectionate nature. Its small, sturdy body is not merely cute, it is incredibly strong, allowing it to carry objects much heavier than itself. The long, prehensile trunk is not just for sniffing, it is a versatile tool used for drinking, showering, and even for playfully pushing its friends. The large, round ears are not just for hearing, they also serve as effective radiators, helping Fampi to regulate its body temperature in warm climates. Its tough, leathery hide is not just for protection, it provides excellent insulation against both heat and cold. Fampi's distinctive habit of rolling around is not just for fun, it helps to keep its skin clean and can also be used as a method of rapid locomotion down hills. The small, sharp tusks that begin to emerge as it matures are not just for defense, they also assist in digging for roots and tubers, a significant part of its diet. These gentle giants are often found in savanna and grassland environments, enjoying their mud baths. Donphan, the evolved form of Fampi, is a formidable ground type known for its immense power and surprisingly quick reflexes. Its massive, armored body is not merely for show. It is covered in incredibly tough, segmented plates that offer superior protection against physical attacks. The powerful, sharp tusks are not just for display. They are capable of goring through solid obstacles and are used in territorial disputes. Donphan's trunk, even more developed than Phanpy's, is not just for general use. It can deliver devastating blows and is strong enough to lift small boulders. The large, sturdy legs are not just for support. They allow Donphan to roll itself into a formidable ball, creating a powerful, destructive force as it charges. This unique rolling ability is not just for offense, it is also an effective way for Donphan to rapidly traverse varied terrain, including steep inclines. Its thick gray hide is not just protective, it is also highly resistant to extreme temperatures and minor abrasions. Donphan are often found leading herds of Phanpy, demonstrating their protective and guiding instincts. Porygon 2, a normal type and an upgraded version of Porygon, represents a significant advancement in artificial intelligence and programming. Its smooth, rounded form is not merely aesthetic. It is designed for minimal friction and efficient movement within digital spaces. The absence of sharp angles is not just for safety. It allows for smoother data processing and reduces the likelihood of digital errors. Its large, singular eye is not just for vision. It is a sophisticated sensor array, capable of analyzing vast amounts of data and adapting to new environments. Porygon 2's unique ability to learn and evolve is not just a program. It is a complex algorithm that allows it to process information and improve its own code, making it an incredibly versatile and adaptable artificial Pokémon. The small, almost bird-like feet are not just for locomotion, they allow for precise manipulation of objects in its digital and physical surroundings. Its body, composed entirely of programming code, is not just a series of instructions. It is a mutable form that can be reconfigured and updated. Porygon 2 was specifically designed for space exploration, and its advanced programming allows it to survive in the vacuum of space, gathering data from distant planets. Stantler, a graceful normal type, is renowned for its magnificent, spiraling antlers. These antlers are not merely decorative, they possess a unique psychic quality, capable of creating illusions that disorient and confuse those who look upon them. The intricate patterns on the antlers are not just for beauty, they are believed to be natural conduits for psychic energy, allowing Stantler to manipulate its surroundings. Its brown fur, speckled with lighter markings, is not just for camouflage. It is incredibly soft and insulating, providing protection in various climates. The large, gentle eyes are not just for sight. They are said to possess a calming effect, often used to soothe agitated smaller Pokémon. Stantler's hooves are not just for walking, they are surprisingly powerful, capable of delivering a swift kick when threatened. Its ability to jump incredibly high is not just for evasion. It allows Stantler to reach tender leaves and berries high in the trees, a vital part of its diet. This noble Pokémon is often found in dense forests and plains, grazing peacefully. Smeargle, a quirky normal type, is a Pokémon uniquely defined by its artistic talent. The brush-like tail is not just for balance, it is its primary tool, capable of secreting a unique fluid that can change color and consistency, allowing Smeargle to paint vibrant and varied masterpieces. The distinctive beret-like fur on its head is not just for show. It is believed to be a sensitive sensory organ, aiding in its artistic endeavors. Its small, nimble hands are not just for holding. They are incredibly dexterous, allowing Smeargle to execute precise and intricate strokes with its tail. Smeargle's unique move, Sketch, is not just a simple action, it allows it to permanently learn any move used by an opponent, making it an incredibly versatile and unpredictable Pokemon in battle. The black markings on its body are not just patterns, they are believed to be natural ink glands that contribute to its artistic secretions. Smeargle are often found in urban areas and art studios, seeking inspiration and honing their craft. Tyrogue, a fighting type, is a spirited and energetic Pokemon, always eager to train. Its small but muscular body is not just for appearance. It is incredibly agile and resilient, capable of enduring rigorous training sessions. The bandages around its waist and arms are not just for show, they are believed to be natural growth patterns in its skin, hardening to protect its developing muscles and bones. Its determined expression is not just a facial feature, it reflects its unwavering commitment to becoming stronger. Tyrogue's punches and kicks are not just random movements, they are precise and powerful, even at a young age. The unique ability to evolve into different Pokemon based on its stats is not just a biological quirk, it is a testament to the diverse paths of martial arts it can master. Tyrogue are often found in dojos and training grounds, constantly practicing and perfecting their moves. Hitmontop, a fighting type and one of Tyrogue's evolutions, is a master of rotational combat. Its inverted, spinning stance is not just a peculiar way of fighting. It is a highly effective defensive and offensive technique, allowing it to deflect attacks and deliver rapid, dizzying blows. The horn-like protrusion on its head is not just for show. It is a hardened, protective cap that allows it to spin on its head without injury. Its small, nimble feet are not just for walking, they are incredibly strong, allowing Hitmontop to maintain its balance while spinning at high speeds. The red markings on its body are not just patterns, they are believed to be pressure points that, when stimulated, enhance its rotational power. Hitmontop's unique ability to perform intricate kicks while spinning is not just a display of agility, it is a precise martial art form capable of striking opponents from multiple angles. These Pokemon are often found in the open fields, practicing their complex spinning techniques. Smoochum, an ice psychic type, is known for its endearing kiss-blowing gesture. Its large, prominent lips are not just for aesthetics. They are highly sensitive sensory organs, capable of detecting changes in air temperature and even subtle emotions in others. The pink, almost dress-like body is not just for appearance. It is incredibly insulating, allowing Smoochum to thrive in cold environments. Its small, nimble feet are not just for walking. They allow it to glide gracefully across icy surfaces. The distinctive blonde hair is not just for show. It is believed to be a natural conductor of psychic energy, enhancing its telepathic abilities. Smoochum's signature move, Lovely Kiss, is not just a playful gesture. It is a potent, sleep-inducing attack delivered with a charming yet effective psychic force. These Pokemon are often found in snowy mountains and icy caves, playing together in groups. Elekid, an electric type, is a highly energetic and curious Pokemon. Its small, round body is not just for cuteness, it is surprisingly robust, capable of withstanding significant electrical currents. The two horn-like protrusions on its head are not just for display. They are specialized electrodes that absorb and store electricity from its surroundings. Its black and yellow striped body is not just for aesthetics. It serves as a warning sign to others about its electrical nature. Alakid's small, nimble hands are not just for grasping, they are capable of delivering minor electric shocks when touched. The distinctive plug like tail is not just for show, it is a vital organ that allows Alakid to convert electricity into various forms for storage and release. Alakid are often found near power plants and areas with high electrical activity, constantly absorbing energy. Magby, a fire type, is a fiery and spirited Pokemon, often found in volcanic regions. Its bright red body is not just for appearance. It is constantly radiating a comfortable warmth, so much so that it is often used as a natural heating pad by other Pokemon. The distinctive flame on its head is not just for show. It is a living flame, reflecting its internal temperature and emotional state. Its small, powerful arms are not just for grasping. They are capable of delivering surprisingly strong punches, often leaving a burning sensation. The unique, almost diaper-like marking on its lower body is not just a pattern. It is believed to be a natural heat regulation system, preventing it from overheating. Magby's signature move, Smog, is not just a simple attack. It is a noxious cloud of superheated gases capable of irritating and poisoning opponents. These Pokemon are often found playing in lava pools, completely unharmed by the extreme heat. Miltank, a normal type, is a gentle and nurturing Pokemon, renowned for its nourishing milk. Its strong, robust body is not just for appearance. It is capable of producing an incredibly healthy and flavorful milk, rich in nutrients. The distinctive black spots on its pink hide are not just for aesthetics. They are said to be indicators of its health and the quality of its milk. Its large, gentle eyes are not just for sight. They possess a calming and reassuring presence, making it a popular choice for assisting in childcare. The two large, sturdy horns are not just for defense. They are used in playful sparring with other Miltank and to clear paths through dense foliage. Miltank's udder is not just for milk production. It is a vital organ that allows it to regulate its internal fluids and maintain its health. The milk produced by Miltank is not just a beverage. It is a highly sought-after commodity used in various Pokemon centers and for making various dishes. Miltank are often found in open pastures, grazing peacefully and enjoying the sun. Blissey, a normal type, is an incredibly compassionate and healing Pokemon. Its large, soft body is not just for appearance. It is surprisingly resilient and capable of absorbing powerful attacks, often protecting smaller Pokemon. The distinctive egg it carries is not just a prop. It is a magical egg that can instantly cure any ailment or injury, brimming with positive energy. Its gentle, soothing demeanor is not just a personality trait. It radiates a calming aura that can alleviate stress and anxiety in those around it. The small, delicate wings on its head are not just for show. They are believed to be natural conduits for its healing powers, allowing it to channel positive energy. Blissey's unique ability to sense sadness and illness is not just an instinct. It is a profound empathic connection that allows it to offer comfort and aid to those in need. Blissey are often found in Pokemon centers, dedicating their lives to healing and caring for others. Raikou, an electric-type legendary Pokemon, embodies the speed and power of lightning. Its sleek, tiger-like form is not merely majestic. It is incredibly aerodynamic, allowing it to move with astonishing swiftness across landscapes. The distinctive cloud-like mane is not just for show. It is a perpetual storm cloud, constantly crackling with electrical energy, ready to unleash powerful bolts of lightning. Its sharp, pointed claws are not just for attack, they are capable of generating intense static electricity with every stride, leaving a trail of charged air. The two long, saber like fangs are not just for intimidation, they are believed to be natural lightning rods, drawing in atmospheric electricity to replenish its energy. Raiku's thunderous roar is not just a sound, it is said to create powerful sonic booms that can shake the very ground beneath it. Legend says that Raikou descends to the earth whenever a new lightning bolt strikes a certain ancient tree, signifying its reawakening. This powerful Pokémon is said to travel the land, unleashing thunderous roars to announce its presence. Entei, a fire-type legendary Pokémon, is the embodiment of volcanic might and courage. Its massive, leonine form is not merely intimidating. It is incredibly powerful, capable of tearing through dense forests and mountains with ease. The distinctive smoky mane is not just for show. It is a perpetual cloud of volcanic ash and embers, constantly emanating intense heat. Its powerful muscular legs are not just for running. They are capable of generating tremors with every step, capable of causing small earthquakes. The two long, curved fangs are not just for intimidation. They are believed to be natural conduits for magma, allowing Entei to breathe forth scorching flames. Entei's roar is not just a sound, it is said to erupt like a volcano, sending shockwaves across vast distances and igniting the very air. Legend says that Entei is born whenever a new volcano erupts, signifying its emergence from the Earth's fiery core. This majestic Pokémon is said to run across the land, spreading fire and ash as it goes. Suicune, a water-type legendary Pokémon, is the benevolent embodiment of pure water and the north winds. Its graceful, flowing form is not merely elegant. It is incredibly agile, capable of moving across water surfaces without disturbing a single drop. The distinctive flowing mane and ribbons are not just for show. They are believed to be extensions of pure, clean water, capable of purifying polluted sources. Its powerful, yet refined legs are not just for running. They allow Suicune to glide effortlessly over land and water, leaving no trace behind. The large, diamond-shaped crest on its head is not just for aesthetics. It is said to be a natural filter, capable of discerning the purity of water sources. Suicune's cry is not just a sound. It is said to carry on the north wind, bringing with it a sense of tranquility and renewal. Legend says that Suicune appears wherever there is polluted water, acting as a guardian and purifier of the Earth's precious resources. This serene Pokémon is said to wander the world, purifying water and winds as it goes. Larvitar, a rock ground type, begins its life as a voracious eater of soil. Its small, rock-like body is not merely for protection, it is incredibly tough, capable of withstanding immense pressure as it burrows through earth. The distinctive red plates on its back are not just for show. They are hardened segments that absorb nutrients from the soil, contributing to its slow but steady growth. Its small, yet powerful jaws are not just for biting. They are capable of grinding through solid rock, consuming entire mountains in its lifetime. Larvitar's seemingly perpetually hungry nature is not just a quirk, it is a vital part of its development, as it needs to consume vast quantities of earth to strengthen its body and prepare for evolution. The small, almost perpetually sleepy eyes are not just for appearance, they are adapted for dimly lit underground environments. These Pokemon are often found deep within mountains, constantly tunneling and consuming Earth. Pupitar, a rock ground type, and the evolved form of Larvitar, is a Pokemon encased in an incredibly durable shell. This shell is not merely for protection, it is a rigid chrysalis formed from the compressed earth and rock that Larvitar consumed, constantly hardening and strengthening. The small, almost perpetually hungry eyes of Larvitar transform into a more focused gaze, indicating its heightened awareness even within its hardened cocoon. The small, almost vestigial limbs within the shell are not just for show. They are constantly developing, preparing for its final evolutionary stage. Pupitar's unique ability to propel itself forward with compressed air is not just a method of movement. It is a powerful defensive and offensive maneuver, allowing it to ram through obstacles and opponents with considerable force. The intense seismic vibrations it creates as it moves are not just a byproduct, they are a warning to other creatures that a powerful force is approaching. Pupitar spends much of its time underground, continuing to absorb minerals from the earth, constantly refining its shell. Tyranitar, a rock dark type, is a colossal and immensely powerful Pokemon, often referred to as the armor Pokemon. Its massive armored body is not merely for show, it is covered in incredibly thick, impenetrable plating, capable of withstanding natural disasters and even direct attacks from other powerful Pokemon. The sharp, jagged spikes covering its body are not just for intimidation, they are natural defensive mechanisms, making it incredibly difficult to approach. Its powerful jaws are not just for biting, they are capable of crushing entire boulders to dust, and its roar is said to be able to level mountains. The distinctive red scales on its chest are not just for a decorative feature, they are hardened dermal plates that regulate its internal temperature, allowing it to thrive in a wide range of environments, from scorching deserts to freezing tundras. Tyranitar's immense strength is not just physical, it extends to its formidable presence, often causing earthquakes and altering the landscape simply by walking. It is a solitary and territorial Pokemon, preferring to inhabit desolate mountain ranges where it can exert its dominance without interference. The tales of its destructive power are not just exaggerations, they are often accurate accounts of its untamed might. Moving to a different corner of the Pokemon world, let us consider the gentle giant known as Snorlax. This normal type Pokemon is renowned for its incredible appetite and its propensity for deep, undisturbed sleep. Its massive body is not just for show, it is a repository of energy, allowing it to go for long periods without food when necessary, though it prefers not to. Snorlax's eyes, often depicted as perpetually closed or half-lidded, are not just for appearance. They are an adaptation to its deep sleep cycles, reducing sensory input to allow for maximum rest. The large, rounded belly is not just a sign of its gluttony, it is a vital part of its digestive system, allowing it to process vast quantities of food, from berries to entire trees. The small, almost perpetually smiling mouth is not just a friendly expression. It is often the precursor to a massive yawn, indicating its constant state of drowsiness. Snorlax's ability to block pathways is not just an inconvenience, it is an instinctual behavior, as they often seek out roots that are rich in potential food sources, then fall asleep directly upon them. The flute, an ancient musical instrument, is not just a charming relic. It is the only known reliable method to awaken a sleeping Snorlax, its melodious tones gently coaxing the behemoth from its slumber. The large, prominent claws on its hands and feet are not just for walking, they are surprisingly adept at climbing, allowing it to reach high branches for berries despite its immense size. Snorlax's fur, while appearing thick and coarse, is not just for warmth. It provides a degree of natural camouflage in forest environments, allowing it to blend in surprisingly well. Despite its massive size and intimidating appearance, Snorlax is generally a peaceful Pokémon, only becoming agitated if its sleep is repeatedly disturbed or if it perceives a threat to its food supply. Its deep snores are not just a nuisance, they are a sign of its profound state of rest, often resonating through entire forests. The small, almost imperceptible movements in its sleep are not just random twitches, they are often the result of dreaming, perhaps of vast feasts or tranquil meadows. Now let us turn our attention to the enigmatic and often misunderstood ghost-type Pokémon. Take for instance Ghastly, the gas Pokémon. Its ethereal body, composed entirely of gaseous matter, is not just for show. It allows it to float effortlessly through solid objects and seep into cracks and crevices, making it incredibly elusive. The two prominent eyes, seemingly detached from its gaseous form, are not just for sight. They are thought to be the focal points of its psychic energies, allowing it to influence its surroundings. Its mischievous nature is not just a quirk, it is a fundamental aspect of its being, delighting in startling and pranking unsuspecting travelers. The faint, chilling whispers a Ghastly produces are not just random sounds. They are often attempts at communication, though their meaning remains largely unintelligible to humans. Its ability to induce sleep is not just a prank, it is a defensive mechanism, incapacitating potential threats. Haunter, the Lick Pokémon, is the evolved form of Ghastly. Its disembodied hands, seemingly floating independently, are not just for show. They are capable of passing through walls and grasping opponents with a chilling touch that drains their life force. The malevolent grin that perpetually adorns its face is not just for intimidation. It reflects its delight in fear and torment. Haunter's ability to hide in shadows is not just a trick, it is an inherent part of its existence, allowing it to stalk its prey unseen. The cold spots one might encounter in the presence of a Haunter are not just a coincidence, they are a direct result of its spectral energy, which saps heat from the surrounding environment. Its eerie laughter is not just a sound, it is said to be a sign of its pleasure when causing fear, echoing through abandoned mansions and forgotten caves. Gengar, the shadow Pokémon, is the final evolution of Ghastly and Haunter. Its shadow-like body is not just for show, it allows it to merge seamlessly with shadows, making it virtually undetectable to the naked eye. The sinister grin and piercing red eyes are not just for intimidation, they are a reflection of its cunning and manipulative nature. Gengar's ability to perfectly mimic the shadows of others is not just a parlor trick, it is a psychological weapon, sowing confusion and fear. The sudden drop in temperature and the feeling of unease many experience in its presence are not just subjective feelings, they are direct manifestations of its spectral energy, which actively drains warmth and vitality from its surroundings. Its powerful claws are not just for grasping, they are capable of inflicting significant damage, despite their seemingly insubstantial nature. Gengar's playful yet malevolent nature is not just a contradiction. It is a complex aspect of its being, enjoying both pranks and genuine malice. It is said that Jengar enjoys playing pranks on people, but some stories suggest it can also be fiercely protective of those it bonds with, albeit in its own unsettling way. The way it melts into the shadows is not just quick movement, it is a true integration with the darkness, becoming one with its environment. Let us now consider the fascinating evolution line of Magikarp and Gyarados. Magikarp, the fish Pokémon, is widely considered to be one of the weakest Pokémon in existence. Its perpetual flopping and splashing are not just for show, they are its primary methods of movement, albeit highly inefficient ones. The large, vacant eyes are not just for appearance, they reflect its simple, almost instinctual existence, primarily focused on survival. Its surprisingly durable scales are not just for protection, they are a testament to its resilience, allowing it to survive in harsh environments. The small, almost useless fins are not just for decoration, they are rudimentary appendages that offer minimal propulsion. Magikarp's reputation for being useless is not just a misnomer, it is largely accurate, as it possesses very few offensive or defensive capabilities. However, its true power lies not in its present form, but in its potential for evolution. Gyarados, the atrocious Pokémon, is the magnificent and terrifying evolved form of Magikarp. Its immense serpentine body is not just for show, it is a testament to its incredible power, capable of wreaking havoc on land and sea. The fierce, red eyes are not just for intimidation, they reflect its rage and destructive tendencies. The majestic fins running down its back are not just for decoration, they are powerful hydrofoils, allowing it to cut through water with incredible speed. Its ability to generate devastating storms is not just a myth, it is a terrifying reality, as its sheer power can manipulate weather patterns. The prominent fangs are not just for biting, they are capable of crushing boats and structures with ease. Gyarados' transformation from a weak Magikarp is not just a physical change, it is a complete metamorphosis, both in strength and temperament. Its often violent nature is not just a personality quirk, it is a consequence of its difficult evolution, as the immense stress of the transformation often leaves it in a state of perpetual fury. The way it coils and strikes is not just movement, it is a display of raw, untamed power. Consider the adorable and yet surprisingly powerful Clefairy, a fairy-type Pokémon. Its distinctive crescent-shaped ears are not just for show, they are highly sensitive organs capable of detecting even the faintest sounds, particularly those from outer space. The small, delicate wings are not just for decoration, they allow it to float gracefully, though not to fly for extended periods. Its shy and reclusive nature is not just a personality trait, it is a survival mechanism, as they prefer to live in secluded mountain areas away from human interference. The soft pink fur is not just for appearance, it is surprisingly resilient and provides a degree of insulation. Clefairy's connection to the moon is not just folklore, it is deeply ingrained in its biology, as they are said to gather and dance under the full moon, absorbing its mystical energy. The distinct curl on its forehead is not just a random marking, it is believed to be a point of cosmic energy absorption. The soothing, almost lullaby-like sounds it emits are not just for communication, they are said to have a calming effect on those who hear them. The enigmatic Ditto, a normal type Pokemon, is a creature of incredible adaptability. Its amorphous purple body is not just for show, it allows it to reshape itself into any form it desires, mimicking other Pokemon flawlessly. The small, almost perpetually smiling eyes are not just for appearance, they are capable of observing and analyzing the forms it wishes to copy with remarkable precision. Ditto's ability to transform is not just a trick, it is a fundamental aspect of its biology, allowing it to adapt to any environment and mimic any creature it encounters. The lack of any distinct features in its original form is not just a design choice, it is a reflection of its blank slate nature, ready to become anything. Its surprisingly durable yet pliable body is not just for transformation, it allows it to withstand various attacks by simply reshaping itself. The rare occurrence of shiny Ditto is not just a cosmetic variation, it is a testament to the subtle genetic differences that can occur even in such a fluid creature. The small, almost imperceptible movements when it is not transformed are not just random. They are often subtle shifts and adjustments of its internal structure, preparing for its next imitation. Finally, let us consider the majestic Dragonite, a dragon-flying type Pokemon. Its large, powerful wings are not just for show, they are capable of carrying it around the world in a single day, making it an incredibly fast and agile flyer. The prominent antennae are not just for decoration, they are believed to be sensory organs, allowing it to navigate through even the thickest fog and locate distant land masses. Its kind and compassionate nature is not just a personality trait, it is a fundamental aspect of his being, often rescuing shipwrecked sailors and guiding lost travelers. The sturdy orange scales are not just for appearance, they are incredibly tough, offering substantial protection against attacks. Dragonite's powerful tail is not just for balance, it can deliver devastating blows capable of flattening entire trees. The small, almost perpetually smiling mouth is not just a friendly expression, it reflects its gentle disposition, contrasting with its immense power. Its ability to learn various moves, even those seemingly unrelated to its type, is not just unusual, it is a testament to its vast potential and adaptability. The stories of Dragonite being guardians of the seas are not just folklore, they are often accurate accounts of its benevolent actions, watching over the oceans and their inhabitants. Its deep, resonant roar is not just a sound, it is a powerful expression of its strength and presence, echoing across vast distances. The way it soars through the sky, a beacon of hope for many, is not just impressive flight, it is a symbol of its enduring spirit and unwavering benevolence. Its seemingly endless compassion is not just a trait, it is a core part of its existence, guiding its actions.